Hello. Today I am dropping a wealth code, an 8-figure wealth code on embodied success. It has been something that has been showing up a lot with my clients and in my world, and there's so much juice flowing around this subject that I want to pour into you in this very potent way of experiencing your own body's ability to hold success and to hold greater success. Success looks different to everyone. So there's a specific flavor and tone of what success looks and feels like to you. Maybe to you that means being able to create legacy for your lineage and allow for the wealth that you are stewarding to be pouring out into specific causes and organizations and nonprofits. Maybe for you that means having an off-grid home and a huge garden and being able to live off of the land. Maybe for you it means impacting thousands and thousands of humans while you are stewarding and circulating multi-millions of dollars. Maybe for you that means speaking on stages, being a best-selling author, being known for your work and the impact that it's creating in the world. Maybe for you, it's really in give back and being able to go to specific places of the world and be in deep service and know that your leadership is impacting people, not only in your local community or on the online space, but in other parts of the world, right? So success has all different ways of being experienced. And my invitation for this transmission is to really tune into what it means to hold success in your body, which inevitably comes with how you navigate failure. So I was having this conversation with one of my sisters and my, not blood sister, my business sister. And I was reminded about my childhood when I used to be auditioning for musicals. I was a musical theater kid, and one of my dreams was to be on Broadway. And then when I got older, I realized that that was not the actual dream that I had anymore, that I had been holding on to a childhood dream. But during that time when I was auditioning all the time for different musicals, I got really used to being rejected. I got really used to getting told, no, you're not talented enough. And these weren't the exact words, right? But this is how we internalize them inside of our minds, inside of our bodies, when we receive certain feedback from the world, right? And we experience what we feel as failure. So no, you're not talented enough, or you're not experienced enough, or you're not the right fit, or you're not qualified enough, right? These are the different kinds of things that we hear when we go through different failures. And I got really used to, at a very young age, failing a lot. And I remember the first time I got a lead role in my own song. I started the show. It was a huge audience for me. I think it was like 300 people. And I just stole the stage and I owned the stage. And I felt so in my joy and so in my power and so in my magic and so in my creativity and my expression. I was like, wow, if not for all of the no's, now that I look back at it as an adult, if not for all of the no's, all of the rejections, all of the times that I got ensemble, that I got chorus, that I didn't get a speaking role, that I had maybe one line, to then getting the lead for me when I was young, it taught me that you're never given success, of course, and that it is earned through all of the failures that it takes to succeed. Because every person who would have quit, who would have said, this isn't for me, who would have said, I'm not going to keep going for this anymore, who says that this isn't the right path, or I'm not made for this, all of the different kinds of stories, excuses, meanings, beliefs, whatever, that would have stopped any other child from continuing to pursue that passion, that dream, would have led to never having that time on stage, to having that dream fulfilled, to having that aspect of my identity actualized. And this directly translates to wealth identity as well. I was listening to one of my coaches, was reflecting back on this really potent drop with Walt Disney and sharing the story of Walt Disney, who had this huge dream, this big vision of what is now known as Disney World, Disneyland, and all of the Disney enterprise. And when he had this big idea, this big vision, he went to the bank and he asked for a loan to fund his dream, to leverage money that was not his or that was not yet there, to allow for that investment to become an asset and to appreciate over time and to create more and more wealth as the wealthy do, right? So 8-figure codes. And he goes to the bank and they say no. He goes to another bank. Excitement, this big idea, the vision, how many lives it's going to change, how many kids are going to get to experience the joy and the laughter and the play and all of this goodness and this massive vision. And he's told no. Goes to another bank. Shows up. This huge vision, his whole heart is in it, his spirit, he has all of this alignment with his own capacity and ability to be able to bring this into the world that no one else can see it. No one else can see it. There's no evidence behind it. It's never been done before. He is the visionary who sees it and is inviting other people to see it when they can't see it themselves. And he gets another no. He does this again and again and again. 300 banks before he hears a yes. Do you know how many people in the world would have quit, would have taken all of those no's as the reason why not to, who would have found evidence for all the reasons why it's not working out for them, who would have taken those no's and made it mean something about their potential, about what they could create, about what was possible for them on the 10th try, on the 20th try, on the 40th try, on the 100th try, on the 200th try. 300 banks before he got his yes. And that is why Disney World, Disneyland, Disney exists. He had to build the body, expand the nervous system capacity to be able to hold the magnitude of success that it became. So you, as a change maker, as a visionary, as a movement leader, all of the failures are what build your success and your ability to hold your success. Every single failure is what expands your capacity to be able to hold the success and to navigate them. I remember the first time I offered a program or a master class, and I think there was maybe like 2 or 3 people, I think maybe, that signed up. And I think they actually all showed up for one of them. It was a 3-day thing. I think it was maybe 2 or 3 people. All of them showed up for one of them, and then none of them showed up for the other one. And I was so sad. It's like, I had so much to give. And all the times in my entrepreneur journey, of the years of devotion and care and pouring into and receiving from this work, all of the disappointment, all of the frustration, all of the anger, all of the sadness, all of the pain that comes with your full spectrum humanness when failure happens, because it's only those that are willing to fail enough times to experience success that actually do. That's what's made me. That's what's making you. That's what made Walt Disney. That's what made every single human being that is a visionary leader who's created massive change and massive impact, right? And the kind that you are rising into, the kind that you are stepping into, requires you to build the nervous system capacity to be able to navigate as many failures as it takes, and to be able to shift and alchemize your state from anything that isn't serving you while you're going through it. Allow your process, let yourself feel the things, right? But not getting stuck in it, letting it move through you, letting it get alchemized through your system, and then showing up again, showing up again, showing up again, showing up again. Every single failure is what builds your capacity to hold your success. And that is how you learn to embody success, because you won't be able to embody your success until you've built the nervous system capacity to be able to feel what it has taken to arrive in that space, to land in that space. So a little twist on, our wild overflow. Wild overflow is the method, the movement, our frequency that you anchor into here in my world, inside of Here We Grow, is overflowing failures. It'll take 99 failures to have the one success that changes everything, and then it compounds over time, right? And when it compounds over time, this is what quantum growth is inside of my world. This is why my clients who have the 16K days, the 92 cash months, the multiple 6-figure quarters, who have what you used to make in a year become what you used to now make in a day, what you used to make in a week become now is your normal in an hour, to have multiple 6 figures, multiple 7 figures, feel like they're in your deepest pleasure and your juiciest ease, and allowing for your life to feel regenerative, for your work to be energizing, for it to feel aligned, for it to be overflowing, right? It's all of the failures of putting yourself out there and fucking going for it that's guiding you to become the woman that can hold, the human that can hold, the leader that can hold, the visionary that can hold the wildest success that you have ever thought possible, beyond your imagination. It's beyond what you can even imagine right now. All of the failures are simply preparing you for all of the success that you're ready to hold. And it's the bigger why, always, 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 the bigger why of this bigger vision. That's what propels you forward through every rejection, through every no, through every failure. That's what brings you back up. This why that is so much bigger than you. This movement that is so much bigger than you. So this is just a little drop of what we're going to be going into. I'm so excited for us to be diving so deep inside of wealth codes for our wealth expansion portal starting tomorrow, Tuesday through Thursday. And if you're listening to this after we are live, you can still watch the replays. You can receive from the replays. You get lifetime access. If you're watching this before March 11th, and you can still join us for just $33 before the price rises. We would love to have you inside of this expansion portal, and you can see what happens in just 3 days of being inside of my world. My clients have literally 10,000x% their investment with me in as little as one session, in as little as 1 month, have 20x their investment in as short as a few days. So imagine what happens when you step into a space like this, where you're being deeply held in your regenerative wealth and your nervous system is getting to root into the most expansive wildest overflow with money. And then imagine what gets to happen in the long-term containers, in my most intimate spaces, my most premium close proximity spaces where you're getting consistent hands-on guided support with me. It's just like through the multiverse, and I would love to have you. So below, you'll find all of the links to all of the things, and I am so excited for you to receive from Wealth Codes. Also, Wealth Codes, our living library, is available for you anytime you want. It is a living library. So I'm pouring in wealth codes. There's already, I think, about 5 or 6 really juicy wealth codes in there. They're ranging from anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes from how I am transmitting all of the 8-figure wealth codes from my 8-figure teachers and bringing it through the regenerative somatics, regenerative wealth perspective so that it can be anchored into your body, because we know how deeply imperative somatic work is for you to actually hold your wealth as you're growing it and as you're receiving more money, as you're stewarding more money and letting yourself feel really empowered with money as it is integrating into your body in your regenerative business ecosystem. So inside of Wealth Codes, you can join that. It's a 8-figure wealth codes is the name of the Telegram living library. So that's separate from the live portal that we have right now. It's an audio library that you can listen to whenever you want and will continue to be added on to forevermore until I decide that it no longer wants to be added to, but it will honestly be for as long as I can think of right now. So I am really excited for you, and I have some super, super juicy news that I'm going to be sharing in the next few days. So make sure that you stay present to this space, because in the next few days, there will be a very big announcement